How much of a time warp was it to be back at Mr. Miyagi's house? Or was it more of a time warp to be next to the car again?
It was more of a time warp, I would guess, with the Miyagi house. The car, I am fortunate enough to own. It was given to me by Columbia Pictures after shooting the Karate Kid Part 3. So the separation from that was not as long as the separation from what would be Miyagi's, the set of Miyagi-Do, Miyagi's house. That was, I mean, they've done an incredible job, our production design in recreating that house and that world. Yeah, it was pretty emotional day one shooting there. We were shooting that sequence of, where Robbie and Daniel are training for the first time and cleaning up the house early in episode 201. And, I didn't expect it, but I had this sort of rush of emotion. It just sort of brought me back to that time. One, that I was the old guy teaching now. But more so, I missed Pat Morita and John Avildsen, our director, and those people that aren't here anymore. Recalling those magical moments we made back on that set. So that one holds a special place for me. So that was the bigger time warp of the two, if you will.
Okay. William, do you think Johnny regrets teaching everybody the no mercy tenet?
No. It just has to be applied correctly. It was applied wrong, We don't do it when their back is turned and when they're injured. But no mercy is no mercy, and that's a tactic that works for life. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that will kind of affect his teaching going forward? This sort of fine line.
Sure. I mean, honestly, he's waking up a little bit, Kreese built in everything Johnny knows about Cobra Kai, strike first, strike hard, no mercy, and all that. Johnny's trying to evolving in spite of himself and using all he knows of what he was taught. So he's finding his way. Yeah. Then we did Karate Kid. You could tell when the cameras were rolling, it was special, and then off the camera, the vibe behind the camera was something alive. And I remember we looked at each other at the first season and said, that thing that was with us when we did Karate Kid is here.
Yeah,
and it doesn't happen. And I've done so many other projects, and there's something special. It's just kind of kissed, somehow. And I think that just, I think Jerry Weintraub and John Avildsen and Pat Morita are all upstairs doing the final cut or something,
Yeah.
They're blessed somehow, yeah.
It's so rare to have all the elements work like all these elements worked in the movie. And then to be blessed again where all these elements work. I was doing some press a couple of days ago, and the question came up a couple of times. How is it like working with the younger kids? Are they intimidated by you, or are you intimidated by them? And there's never been a violated moment in the reality of acting where these kids haven't made all the moments their own. They make them real. They make them real for me, and they honor the words that these guys write.
Gianni and I are the youngest in the cast. We get to represent the No, Jacob's also a teenager. You're not out of this one. So getting to actually be in high school is a little bit different. You tend to see these 20. But you tend to see people that are over the age of 18 playing people. Very much like yourself. 15, 16, 17. So getting to actually be there and getting to actually be a teen is phenomenal. And I thank the directors for that, because it's so easy for them to be like, this guy's all right, but there's a guy equally as good who's 18 and he'll cause us less trouble. But getting to having them tolerate me is super, I'm grateful for that. And this is my last year. I'm 18 now, so I don't have a studio.
Now he works a full day.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's talking about trouble, anyone under 18, it's a shorter day. So there are the times where you call it pumpkining. So where it's Xolo's about to pumpkin or Gianni's about to pumpkin, and you're freaking out because there's a lot more to shoot. So there have been the occasional moments where we'll shoot the front of Xolo, and then like a stunt double or a body double will be.
We'll bring in
There's a
Xolo
2K.
arm.
Yeah, it'll be like somebody else's arm there to be Xolo, and we're on, Mary's face. Or,
Those are the best performances.
Yes.
Stunt arm
Xolo.
Xolo.
Yes, Noah's got good arm work.
I mean, these guys write such great stuff. I mean, as I'm sure most of you guys probably know, Hawk has a new hair color for season 2. With that comes a little bit of a personality change. I mean, Kreese is in the dojo now, so that influence is there. I don't know, it'd be very interesting. There's a lot of different tensions with a lot of different characters. I kind of have tensions with everybody. Hawk kind of just likes to punch everybody and doesn't think anyone's gonna punch back. So.
It's okay. We're still binary, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hawk is a very, very fun character to write because, like you said earlier, once Eli sheds his loser skin and the true inside comes out, it's like Johnny says, doesn't matter if you're a freak, a loser, a weirdo. All that matters is that you become badass. So he's achieved. He was told that he got to the mountaintop, and now he's up there and he's punching and kicking. and with that, we'll have to wait and see if that leads to another mountaintop or perhaps a fall into the valley below.